All right, grab your pizza, have a seat. Grab your pizza, have a seat. It is my pleasure to welcome everyone to the Montgomery County Democratic Party Executive Central Committee meeting this January 22nd, 2026. Today leading us for the Pledge of Allegiance is Lynn Cooper.
I don't think I need this, but I'll use it.
Use it, it's nice.
Thank you.
Are we ready?
No.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Minutes were passed out earlier. At this time, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes for the past meeting. Moved by Matt Heck, second by Marty Garris. Any questions on the minutes? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Any against? None against? We're good to go. Treasurer's report. My bookkeeper's doing the treasurer's report. Where's Mary? Mary, come on up.
Okay, in the political fund, we have $27,680.51. In the restricted fund, we have $704.63. In the judicial fund, we have $3,625.23. In the building checking account, we have $847.79. And for now, in the building savings, we have $107,342.60. But we haven't paid the rent for the next 6 months yet, so that'll be coming up. And so that will drop significantly in the next probably 30 days.
Any questions on the treasurer's report? All right, at this time, I'll entertain a motion to accept the treasurer's report as presented by our bookkeeper. Lynn Cooper, motion. Jocelyn Reiner, second. Any questions? All in favor, say aye. Aye. None against? I'm assuming? All right, great. At this time, I'll start with the Judicial Screening Committee report, which was available up front if you have not got it. The Judicial Screening Committee met this week to screen 4 candidates for 3 possible positions in the General Division. We do have a seat to appoint to in the next meeting for the juvenile, and I'll explain why we have to do that. The juvenile seat is a resignation by Judge Bronze, and her resignation happens after the filing deadline. So there's no petition, nobody can pull petitions for it. So whoever the party appoints will be the candidate for the party for that race, and they will run to fulfill the remainder of that seat, and then of course they'll have to run again once that seat becomes open, so it'll be a race for 2 years. We did screen for that, but we'll make that recommendation after the official resignation happens, so we stay within the confines of the ORC. We don't violate anything, okay? But for today, we had 4 great candidates come before us. We had Ann Keaton, Kelly Madzi, Richard Fallon Glennon III, and Trent Solik come to us to screen. We had a very diverse screening committee. We had both prosecutors and public defenders. We had people who represented the different clubs, and we had members of the community come. And to my surprise, I really thought we would have, conflict and people would argue, but I think it was clear to us after interviewing everyone, reviewing their resumes, and asking all the questions. 3 candidates popped out right away, and it was a unanimous decision by the bar. It wasn't even close. So with that said, I'm going to introduce them to you guys. I'm going to give them each 2 minutes to introduce themselves, and then I'll put a motion to accept the nomination, and then we'll open for question if you guys have it, okay? Does that work for everybody? All right, so Ann Keaton, Kelly Matthew, and Richard Glenn, come on up. And I'm going to start with you, so go by alphabetical order.
That's fine, no problem.
So, most of you should know Ann. She's run before, so there you go. Ann? You can shout if you want to.
Can everyone hear me in the back? All right, these always make me. So I'm Ann Keaton. I'm running for General Division of Montgomery County Common Pleas Court. Many of you may remember me from about 10 years ago when I ran for the Kettering Municipal Court. My boys were about this big then, they're about this big now. And so we're really excited to start off again running for the Common Pleas Court. I've practiced law for about 23 years, primarily civil litigation representing individuals, small businesses, and national corporations throughout the state of Ohio in both the trial and appellate courts. And one thing I know from that experience is how important it is that we have excellent judges. So we need judges who will follow the rule of law, who will treat people with dignity and with respect, and people who really will work hard to do the serious business of the court. And I am very excited to be that candidate for the Democratic Party, assuming you all approve this evening. And I'm excited to be running with these two fine prosecutors. So,
Thank
that's all I have to
you.
say.
Hello, everybody. My name again is Kelly Madsey.
Use the microphone.
You wanna use the
Oh, sorry.
All right.
Yeah, it'd be easier. Yeah, it's okay.
I want to thank the screening committee for their recommendation to you. I do ask for your support here as well. I am excited. I echo a lot of Ann's statements. I am excited. I am also running for a seat on the Common Pleas Court General Division. I have been with the Montgomery County Prosecutor's Office for nearly 18 years now. I started my legal career in the 12th District Court of Appeals when I first moved to Ohio. I started doing appellate work for them before joining the prosecutor's office and began in their appellate division as well. I have now had the privilege of experiencing just about every division that our office has, and I've been a supervisor in multiple of those divisions as well. I am currently assigned to our Violent Crimes Bureau, meaning I handle and prosecute our most serious cases, almost exclusively homicides. I have had the privilege of doing that work and of having that experience of those very heavy decisions, evaluating those cases, and taking that role very seriously. That role of understanding the weight of the decision that comes with approving a charge, deciding when a case is ready to go forward for prosecution, and the impact that that has not only on the victims that we're reading reports about, but on the defendants who will face those charges. So I look forward to taking that experience and that role, again, assuming approval by the committee tonight, and I do hope to have your support, taking that experience and the knowledge of the weight of those decisions and how important it is to treat everybody with the respect that they deserve coming into the courtroom to our very esteemed bench that we have here in Montgomery County. So thank you.
Hey, got one all right. Thank you, Councilman.
Good evening. I'm Richard Glennon. I am seeking also the nomination for a Common Pleas Judge. I have spent my entire career with Montgomery County Prosecutor's Office. I've been there since 2014. I've been there for about 11 and a half years now. I'm a lifelong Montgomery County resident. Went to Centerville City Schools. I was born in Miami Valley Hospital. I'm presently a trial supervisor with Montgomery County Prosecutor's Office. As I told the screening committee, to me this has never really been a job, it's been a vocation to me. I always give it the weight that it deserves, and I always knew that I was going to be in public service, and it's profoundly meaningful to me to be back here and to serve the county that I grew up in and have been a part of my entire life. As I said, to me this would be a natural continuation and progression of the work I've done thus far. And to me, it's a sacred role. I will always give it the care and attention it deserves, and will always be about doing the right thing according to the law and the demands of justice. It would never be about me. I would always bring humility and kindness to the bench, and the profound and awesome responsibility of it would never be lost on me. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. All right, at this time, I'll entertain a motion to accept the recommendations of the judicial. I'll move. Second, third. All right, are there any questions on the recommendation? Demetria was second, so.
Second.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it. Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, congratulations, you three. You guys are candidates. Please see us so we can discuss filling out the right paperwork and making sure. I know, Ann, your paperwork is in yet. I think we have to get the other two papers and signatures, gather signatures. 50 signatures are due before the 4th, okay? All right, perfect. I do actually have 2 more announcements. I know it says 1 more, but obviously you guys know that we are now we're not doing signatures for precinct captain, but there is a form you must file if you want to run for precinct captain. You must file that also by February 4th. It's the SOS Form 2M. We do have them up front. I have members of the Board of Election here who can explain it to you if you want to. Guy Aber is here. He's our deputy director. I'm going to call him up because he's also going to talk about something else that is happening in the election world, which is scary, right? A little scary, right?
Thank you, Chairman. Guy Aber, Deputy Director, Montgomery County Board of Elections. So the Form 2M is pretty basic. You just need to know your precinct, your ward and precinct. If you have any questions about that here tonight, we have some extra copies. We can get that filled out.
We can take them from here, right?
Yeah.
We can take it.
Yes, so we can take it from here tonight. Beverly will collect those. She'll actually bring them over to the Board of Elections tomorrow, and we'll get those filed. That should take care of everybody. That deadline is February 4th, so 4 p.m.
Don't move anywhere. Any questions on the 2M? Yes.
It's not really quick on that. I'm trying to get somebody else to run in my precinct.
Okay.
If I can't get anybody before the deadline, if I fill it out and decide to retire, can somebody else just take that spot?
Well, I mean, then if it's an open precinct per our current constitution, which is up for renewal, if it stays the same, yes, if somebody, we appoint someone, and if it's an open precinct and they live in that precinct, then they can fill that precinct. They can always be appointed to executive committee. It's central committee that's always a problem, because by law, they have to live in your precinct to be appointed to central. Okay? So they have to live in your precinct. I get it. It twists some arms. Start recruiting. I get it. Any other questions? All right. There's another thing that's happening in the election world. A lot of you probably forgot that last year they passed a law that changes how folks, how we can actually collect votes now. Starting March, what is it, 22nd?
March 20th.
March 20th. Absentee ballots must be in the Board of Elections on election night, or they will not count. Exactly, you can do that. So, for the past, I don't know how many years, it's been, if it's postmark, and it arrives even 4 days later, we will accept it. That is no longer the case. And that's gonna take a lot of education. I'm gonna let you talk about what we're doing, okay? It's for voters. But our senior voters are used to this, especially the ones who've been voting by mail for a long time. We get a lot of folks that call the Board of Election requesting a ballot the last week. It happens a lot. You'd be surprised what the number looks like, okay? So we need to do everything we can to educate our voters that they must be in our hand that day. They're also now requiring us to have people stand outside the polling locations at 7:30 to make sure no one can join the line, if there is a line. Yeah, the Board of Election employees are now gonna have to stand outside polling locations at 7:30
PM.
PM, yes, PM, to make sure no one else can join that line. There are about 40 forms that have to be changed. I think the worst part of this law that passed is if there is now a discrepancy between what we have at the Board of Elections and what the BMV, or Social Security Office, has, you will be labeled as a provisional. Okay? So, yes.
So if you're Matthew, but you go by Matt, there's standard deviations, all right?
Well, it'll be more pertaining to
Those
your driver's
Driver's
license,
license,
your
number, Social Security.
But your social could have Matthew, your license to say Matt, and your registration could say
That's a good
Matt.
question.
So name derivatives really won't hit that much on
It's the
it.
socials that,
Standard
also,
derivatives are fine.
if you know anybody that became a citizen but never updated that information with Social Security, but only updated it with the BMV, that's gonna trigger. Right.
Hold on. Social Security records are being accessed by
Yes.
the Secretary of State.
Yes.
Oh, and anybody
That's a
can
huge
get
change.
them
No,
now.
that's a huge
It
change.
is a huge change. And now they have a nationwide system. They announced this, they announced it at the conference this past week, a nationwide system where they're sharing all this information with all the states.
Thank you,
And-
Doge.
Yes, Doge,
Yeah,
right.
really.
That's Doge. So, what I'm worried about is social security numbers and birthdays are gonna trigger it, and citizenship status is gonna trigger it, and they're gonna start picking on people. And the way you fixed it, back in the day, if you came and voted provisionally,
Correct.
that would have counted as your registration. Well, that still only counts now if you're new, but if you're an existing one and you vote provisionally, put their information, you still have to cure your information. And there's a long process to doing it. It's not easy. It's not as easy as just going to the office and saying, here's my ID, right? It's gonna be a process. They're gonna make it harder for people to cure any deviation as they see it fit. And so if you are not sure about your registration, I would recommend you go look at it as soon as possible.
It does get a little worse there.
Yeah.
Because if you are in that BNB SSA confirmation status and you are marked provisional, and you come in and you actually vote provisionally and you go through the process, however, you forget something on that ID envelope, we are not able to verify that. We are now being told within a few, probably, we don't have an exact deadline yet, but those voters are now to be removed off of the voter rolls.
Yep.
So not only are they, restricting the absentee ballots, they're making the restrictions on the provisional process tighter, and then they're creating a process to, if you don't follow through on the provisional process, that will actually remove you from the voter rolls.
Yep. And this law's already passed. It's already on the books.
It was signed into law December 19th, it'll take effect March 20th.
March 20th. Two questions, all right. I got a question right there, Ms. Cooper.
Do you have a question? I have two. Oh.
All right, go ahead.
My first question is, do overseas military ballots have to be in by election day?
So overseas military are part of that as well. There's kind of three parts of this, but UWCABA, there are certain restrictions on UWCABA as part of this as well.
Not as bad as regular restrictions.
Not as bad as the absentee.
My second question, is there a change when you are verifying signatures on petitions? Can a derivative still be used, or is that no longer allowed?
A derivative still can be used, and we've actually passed a recent policy to where some of those people that actually print the names, and sometimes are kicked out for not genuine, we're actually referencing back multiple documents at this point, to kind of make that verification and benefit, to the voter.
Okay, just one more question. On a signature, do you still measure to make sure at least half of it matches what's on the Board of Elections?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Ben?
I was just wondering if you have any kind of data off the top of your head about how many provisionals have to be cured? Like is there a big number that we could really be screwed on?
The cure period, there might be 10% of
Right
the
now.
provisional,
Yeah.
right? And we hardly see anybody come in after the
Cure.
election.
Yeah,
to
that's the
actually
problem.
cure those.
Yeah.
That's why they're doing this.
Yeah.
This is why they're doing it, because most people do not come and cure a provisional. They don't have time to come, and they're doing this on purpose to make sure, and it's gonna affect mostly our voters, and they know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, as an AP personnel specialist, there's periods where you go radio silent on a ship. So, if like one of our forward deployed, we're doing that now.
Absolutely.
Vessels is gone. We don't want them to know where we're at. You can't send mail out. You can't. Like I used to get bombarded by like hundreds of messages because it'd come in all at once.
Right.
So if that happens around election day, are you saying that our like sailors would be disenfranchised, or sailors and Marines would be disenfranchised
I'm
from
saying
voting, right?
There's a chance, yes.
Heard.
Yes.
Hoorah.
Hoorah.
This is a civil war.
Look, look, I just want to make sure everybody's aware of what's happening,
Yeah.
because this is not great, but that means we have to do extra work. So if you're knocking on doors for candidates, you gotta make sure people know this information. If you're talking to somebody who's not sure about their registration, yes.
Has anything changed with the Dropbox? I know they still stuck to one Dropbox, but.
Okay, you're recording, so I don't know if I want to say this out loud. But they're trying to add more cameras?
Okay.
They're gonna require, I think they're working on a law where, look, whether you like it or not, right now when you're dropping, a camera is up there recording you. But you don't have to be the person that is physically dropping it off.
Spouse, family member.
Yeah, spouse, family member can do it. They're working on a law where you have to do it. If it's your vote, and there are machines that we saw that now can read your ID and read the ballot to confirm that information, and those are being sold to the state of Ohio right now.
So it's like an ATM now.
It's like almost
Not
like an
a
ATM.
Dropbox.
And it actually has a camera and it'll take your picture. Yes,
So
yes,
your kids can't drop it off, and I can't drop it off.
that's what they're working on. That's what they're working on. That's the next restriction they're gonna work on. So that makes it a little harder because then your elderly parents have to literally go and drop it off. Or they may have some small exceptions with people with disabilities. That's the only exception I see them making. Other than that, I like your, she's like, no, they won't. It's like, yeah, probably won't. Yes.
People in nursing homes are gonna be taking breaks.
Look, I don't know what they're gonna, this is the rumor, and I'm telling you what we saw at the convention. It was a machine that looked like an ATM machine that scanned your ballot, scanned your ID, and had a camera. And they're selling these, and I will tell you, a lot of the Republicans are lining up to buy them. And so I think they know something we don't know, and so we gotta be prepared for it. Wow. Yes.
So tell everybody, just do it as early as you
Can,
and
yeah,
send them back.
send them back.
Call now, ask for an absentee ballot request.
Yep.
We'll get it as soon as they get their ballot, vote it, and mail it back immediately.
Right, and because
Don't
then,
wait.
right, don't wait, if there's a
Don't wait.
discrepancy, then, look, the Board of Election will call people, right? So if there's a discrepancy, they will warn you, they will call you, they will say, hey,
send a letter.
we'll send you a letter. But a lot of people throw away those letters, I mean, they see it from the Board of Election, seriously, because Board of Election doesn't send you a lot of letters, people just think it's like an info document, right? Like, you don't get, unless you're a candidate, you don't really get a lot of Board of Elections mail, right? So most people see that and they don't open it sometimes, right? I mean, being honest.
Yep.
I mean, people still throw away the cards that say, this is your precinct, you voted, and it's changed. So imagine if they get a letter from us. They may not open it, so this is gonna be on us to make sure people are registered right, that their information is correct, that they vote the right way, turn it in before.
Yeah, and don't wait on the postal service, you guys. You
That's
know
the-
how that's going
yeah.
lately, you know,
Yeah.
so.
You might wanna drop it 2 weeks early, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, yes.
Can we get, soon, or relatively soon, a piece of literature as we're going on, get ready
Yes.
to knock on doors and other, we do need to get the word out, but just so that people
So
are
they,
giving out.
yeah, they
good
literally
information.
just released the state secretary's directive, and we're still kind of going through it, trying to digest it all, because it's a long directive.
Yeah, we sat in a webinar with the Secretary of State's team for an hour today, kind of going over it statewide, and they were getting bombarded with so many questions that they were having to take breaks. There were some questions they couldn't answer, some answers, they had answers for certain things, but they have definitely not fleshed this out.
They haven't flushed it all the way,
Okay.
but they're serious about these restrictions. They're gonna make them stick one way or another. The other issue, we're lucky we have in-house printing that, our print services in Montgomery County, and thank you to the commissioners for having a great printing service. Other counties are not so lucky. I don't know how they're gonna reprint all these forms and get them done in time. Right, we're lucky, we can print stickers and stick them on top of things, and we can reprint, and we will do that work at the Board of Election. We have great staff, and we have a great printing service in Montgomery County. Smaller counties, larger counties that may not have the and there's only so many envelopes you can order in the state of Ohio, and now with the language that has to change on the back of those envelopes, everybody's rushing in to order them, so.
Hey,
yeah.
David, sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
No fun.
David,
No fun.
Yes, sir, back there.
The Ohio voter lookup app on the iPhone is incredibly useful.
It is, yes.
But it doesn't work. If you put your finger on the last name field, it crashes every time.
Yes.
Someone will-
It's the Ohio voter lookup. It crashes all the
Oh,
time.
that's it, on our website.
Is that on the Montgomery County website?
It's an app.
It's an app.
Okay.
The app sucks. If you go to Montgomery County website, it does work. Okay? And we're working on our website right now to kind of even upgrade it and make it even more accessible. So that is Montgomery County website, the Board of Elections Montgomery County website does have it, and it does work there. The app sucks. Okay, and then, yes, Carl?
Mr. Chairman, I just want to point out that I appreciate you making the comments about the printing services.
Yeah.
I just want to make a comment, those are union employees.
They are union employees. Thank you so much. Thank you for, yes, they are, and we appreciate them. Thank you. that's my sad news for the day. So, I don't have any more announcements. I will tell you, February is going to be our Black History Month celebration. We do have to appoint someone to run for the seat for juvenile court, and we'll do it in either the next meeting or March, depending on where it falls, okay? Does that make sense? Because we have to do it within 30 days of the resignation of Judge Bruns, and her resignation, I believe, takes effect the 13th of February. So we have 30 days from that to appoint the person who's going to run for her seat. All right, at this time, committee reports, communication. I think you have a report for us.
I'm going to do two.
All
Can I
right.
do A and C?
You can do A and C, sir.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Communications first. I'm going to do this on behalf of my husband. I'm going to call this the 1380 report because my husband and I both run two committees out of our house. He's in Vegas at a photography conference. Have you all seen the website? Raise your hands. Who's seen the new website? All right. David, everybody. Austin will see this. He currently, I always have to explain to a lot of people what my husband does in the past couple of days. And on a technical term, he reports to the chief, recently, this is a recent promotion for him, he reports to the chief customer officer of a tech startup. So, and he, on his free time, which is extremely limited, he was in Vegas last night working on What's Up Wednesday. He does that every week. He did it last week in Vegas, 2 weeks ago from Nashville, Tennessee at a trade show. And as much as I love to brag on my husband, you don't see him very often because he's busy and that's not the role he loves to play. He likes to sit in the background and things and just help. But I'm the voice, I'm the face. So if he can see this on recording, can we give my husband a round of applause for all the work? I said it to a few of you last night, and I'm extremely excited to announce that we have, actually, I'm going to tell a little bit of a story because it's kind of funny, and I already have it pulled up, so. Okay, so this is a logo. Jocelyn Reinhardt, you know this one. That's not the right flyer, guys. That is a biplane. I didn't know that. Thanks, Jocelyn. And that's what I started with when I was like, you know what, I want to be more consistent with our logo. ODP did some free pro bono graphic design work in other counties, and I tried to copy off of what they did. So very ODP-esque, and thank you to the people at the ODP for letting me get that inspiration. So what Austin said is, Zach, that looks like trash, and he fixed it. And this is our new county logo, so very reminiscent of ODP, and he made a graphics kit for us. There's my dog, Sunny. But we kept the I know that the Montgomery County Democratic Party paid to have the logo redone back in the day. We kept the elements that was paid for, just made it a little bit more modern and into 2026. And then if we could all pull out our smartphone devices, pretend that this is Super Bowl, this is bouncing all over your screen, and we can go ahead and scan this QR code. I have a really something cool and exciting to announce. Some of you are pulling it up. You should all, can we get like a thumbs up? It should be ohiobaitgraphics.com, and it should be a Montgomery County Democratic Party shop page. Are we seeing that? Yes? Okay, so this is a union print shop out of Cuyahoga County. They have two customers, Montgomery County, Cuyahoga County. We're the second customer, second county party customer. I talked to Tony and Amanda D'Amico at Ohio Bay Graphics, and they agreed to do a 50% profit sharing agreement. And this is hands off, no cost to the party. They made the website. They gave out, or they have the hoodie. Some of you all have seen it. And I'm super excited to show you all the hoodies I delivered to our new Madam Mayor, Shanice Turner Sloss, last night before the Dayton City Commission meeting. I didn't know what size she was, so I said, you're going to be the mayor for 4 years. Here's a medium and a small. They both have her name on it. What do y'all think? So they're available for sale right now on Montgomery County Democratic, the Ohio Bay Graphics website. They're $40. We get 50% of the profits that are made there. And if you have any ideas of anything to come out, we have tote bags, other things that I want to push there. Clubs, feel free to reach out to me, and I can get you a hold, or get you in touch with them as well. They're looking to expand, and they're a really, really good organization out of Cleveland. I have one more thing.
All right.
So this is just the membership side, and it's just an apology. If you are on the membership committee, I've not been as present as I want to be. And I was telling a few of you earlier, and 2 of my actually paid attorneys are here, so I can't say too much. But a lot of you know the situation that back last April, I decided to take a chance and started a tech startup as one of their first implementation employees, and it turned out not great for me. The Ohio Department of Job and Family Services determined that I was wrongfully terminated. That's a public record you can look up, as much as I'm saying. So I have ample free time now to get back, and this is part of what I've done with my husband and I. Like, I'm helping him a little bit more now on stuff like this. So you'll see me a little bit more, and if you've been in membership and you haven't seen things come out, this is my apology to you all for that. But in 2026, I have 6 months on unemployment. You're gonna see me no more on this. So thank you all very much. And again, thank you to my husband, who will laugh when he sees
Everybody
this.
give Zach
So,
a
thank you.
hand. Thank you, Zach. Appreciate all the work you guys. Really looking forward. Yes, sir.
I have one question. Your dog is very cute. Does it have a dog license?
Oh, yeah, it does. He does, and so
He
does
does have a
my
dog
other
license.
That's great.
Double checking, the county auditor asking about dog license. I love it. So look, I do want to let you know that if you're a candidate and you're running for something, they also work with candidates. So just keep that in mind, that they will do that website for you, and they can develop different logos and things like that. So at this time, club reports. South Dams, you want to come on up?
Woo! Yes,
Well, I was very excited to get this t-shirt in the mail today, so I wanted to show it off to all of you with my Acton Pepper t-shirt. Very excited. All right, so South Dayton, just some reports of things that we've been doing. In December, we had our holiday bowling party, very successful. So thank you to those of you who came and bowled with us and had some treats. It was very fun. January is our first meeting of 2026. It's going to be next week on Tuesday the 27th. At 5:30, and we are going to have a professor from UD, Dr. Todd Ullman, talking about how liberals and conservatives think differently. So kind of a dive into the psychology of maybe how we talk to people who might be a little different than us.
Is one of them we believe in democracy and they don't?
Yeah, maybe not all. Maybe people more in the middle. I feel like the far righters, and that'll be a question we will ask him for sure. Like, what about the people that are far to the right? So that'll be next week on Tuesday. In February, our meeting is going to be a panel on immigration. That's going to be February 24th, and I think that's a pretty important one considering that the Haitians lose their TPS status February 3rd. So we have a really excellent panel coming to talk to us about the situation, about what we can do. We have David Larson, he's an immigration attorney, Gabriella Pickett, who is an immigrant, but also the Dayton Metro Library's New American Specialist, Miranda Hallett from the Miami Valley Immigration Coalition, and Ayman Soliman, who many of you might remember. He was the chaplain from Cincinnati Children's who was detained by ICE for 10 weeks, and it was only after a pretty national outcry that he was released. So he's going to be there as well. So this should be a pretty great event to learn about this issue and what we can do, because I think it often, for people, when I'm watching the news, I feel pretty helpless a lot of times about this. So I'm hopeful that we will get some ideas on ways we can be helpful. So that's February. Just so you know, if you are a candidate, you're always welcome to come to South Dayton and introduce yourself to us. All of you judges running countywide, please let me know if you'd like to come. We'll give you a couple minutes to introduce yourselves. You already know how to do it because you just did it here. So let me know if you'd like to do that. If you are in Kettering, we are looking for someone to run for City Council in Ward 4. The Kettering's new mayor, Brian Suddeth, vacated his seat to be mayor. So we would love someone in Ward 4, and that means if your precinct has a number 4 in it, Mel Rodriguez explained this to me. If your precinct has a 4 in it, like if it's Kettering 4C, you're Ward 4. That's how you know your ward, and we really would like a good candidate to run, because the Republicans, of course, already have someone who's turned their petitions in and is ready to run, and we would like to not just hand this to them. So let me know, and that's all I've got.
Thank you. Northwest. The first presentation.
Totally winging it. No, hi everybody. I'm so excited to be part of this club. We had our planning meeting in January. We have some dates set. February 12th is our next meeting. We are going to be having Rose come and speak with us, Mike Stevens and Jaquan. He's going to be running as well. Stand up, everybody, just so you can. So we have, yes. So we're going to have some candidates come and speak to us. Love the judge candidates to come. I think it'd be great to have a judicial night, so we'll plan that. Just talk to Guy. He's going to be coming to a meeting for us. So we're still planning. Zach, I'm so glad to hear you have some time. I will be taking advantage of that. So we did some preliminary planning. We have a lot of work. I am in awe of the South Dayton Dems and the speakers that you guys get. I have a lot to learn. I'm not going to say I know everything. We have great examples here, but we're going to do this. I do need we want to get a website, do all sorts of fun things. So anybody that lives anywhere can come to our club. And you don't have to live in the Northwest Quadrant. You can come on up to our club. So
They don't
that's my
bite.
report.
Congratulations, happy first report. Thank you. Is Chris here? It's West Dayton. Cassandra? I thought I saw Cassandra.
She was on a call in the hallway.
Is that what it is? Okay. All right. Any other clubs I missed? I don't think any. I don't have any unfinished business, but there may be some new business. Mike Rice, you're here. Come on up. You don't need the mic, you're just gonna wing it? All right.
Mike Rice, Carolyn could not be here tonight, and she wanted to also thank Zach for meeting with her this afternoon for a while.
Nothing but time.
Nothing but time on his hands. But Carolyn is gonna have a very competitive race for her reelection for county commissioner. So far, there's 2 Republicans that have had their petitions approved. Reportedly, there's one more circulating, so they will have a very active
They have a primary. Yeah.
then we'll kind of know who that person is going to be. But we're planning for a very challenging race, knowing what the Republican Party typically does, ads, TV ads that are not always true. I mean, no, it's a surprise to everybody. But we're going to be prepared for that, and we need to be prepared for that. So to that end, Carolyn is having a re-election campaign kickoff event on February 2nd at Jouy Wine. I think it's on 117 East 3rd Street from 5 to 7. And you probably have seen it in the Wednesday newsletter that came out.
Yep.
Rose sent something out today. You'll probably be getting other emails from us in the future. But we would sure appreciate your support, and we're going to need all of you.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.
Any other new business?
One other thing. Carl is also having a fundraiser this month. He doesn't have a date yet, but when he does, it's a presidential thing. You can always wear a president's mask and get an extra drink.
Oh. Nice.
Carolyn's is February 2nd from 5 to 7 at 117 East 3rd Street. Joy Wine.
All right, who else had a?
137.
Dr. Goodwine is here.
Oh, yeah, I did see her come in and then she walked back out.
Is this wrong, Zach? It says 137.
So, I don't know where.
I was with her 3 hours ago and she put it in my phone.
Mary?
I just want to remind everybody that it's still January, and if you have not already sent in your renewal for your membership for the
Yes,
party, please do that. If you're on a monthly contribution, thank you so much. And so you can, I think it's $25 still. We're talking about raising it, so if you want to get in on a bargain, $25 gets you in the basic year's membership. And if you pay it before July, it'll get you through the whole year. After July, doesn't pay.
Right.
So,
Membership renewal. Thank you, Mary. All right, there are petitions for statewide candidates in the back. If you have not signed them, please do. There may be There may be other candidates here collecting signatures, so Carl, do you have signatures here?
I have a petition here and I'm collecting signatures.
Thank you. So please make sure you sign them. This time, let me recognize our electeds who are in here. Let's see, Carl Keith in the house. Carl. Right. Jocelyn Reimer's in the house. Jocelyn, how you doing? Matt Heck. Hello, Matt. Demetria. How you doing, Demetria? Engineer Andy Sheehan's here. How you doing, sir? Cassandra Goodwine was in and out, but she's here somewhere. So please, hello. And Marty Garris is here. And our former Chairman Mark Owens is also here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. Oh, Judge Garris is here. Hey! Hey, listen, I go before you sometimes. Don't hold that against me, okay, Judge?
He's behind the post.
I couldn't see you. I thought you were behind the post. I know you came in, but see, we didn't have your name. I'm sorry. Judge, welcome, welcome. This time I'll take a motion to, yes?
Hang on. This is not party business, but this is taking care of each other business. There's a big storm coming. If you
Yes.
don't know, please
Yes.
take care of yourself. Be prepared for Saturday afternoon. Check on your neighbors and your loved ones.
Yeah, 15 to 2 feet, 15 inch to, I don't know, 20 inches of snow is what they're saying, something crazy.
And
Yes.
if you have,
Yes. Robin, did you have something?
If you know anybody that wants to work the polls in November?
Oh.
I'm sorry, not even November, anytime.
Anytime, anybody who wants to work the
Sorry.
polls anytime, we have a May
Anytime.
election.
In May, we have
Yes.
an election, and just have them, get on our website and
Sign up.
We also have CLE credits for lawyers.
Lawyers and, yeah, you can get
social
CLE credits if you sign up for that.
Yeah.
David, did you have something?
CLEs.
What's up, David?
Unfortunately, Karen Wick passed.
Yes.
20 is open. That's my precinct.
There are 3 other people who have also applied, just so FYI. If you want to put an application, happy to talk to you guys.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's 3 more people, and then they pulled, just letting you
Didn't know that.
Okay.
yeah, if you already have your bread, milk, and eggs, silos after this meeting, to hang out. There's an Art Wave expedition.
Guy, I want, Guy, and then we'll adjourn.
Brian Sutton, council, resigned for the
Yes,
board.
we talked about that.
Yeah.
I know.
And,
On
January 28th, Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, we're doing an event, Bet the Boat, with the
Bet the
Federal
Boat.
Election Commission. Starts about 10, presentations 11:30 to 1:15, so come out and see us.
Thank you.
Please, if you're a
Mary,
fan, let us
all right,
know.
you all should have said something during noon. I'm talking Carl, Mary. Yeah.
I just want to have everybody please give Robin a big hand for all the years.
All
that
the
she's
years of
had.
hard work.
Love you, Robin. Yes, sir.
Mr. Chairman, I move to adjourn.
Oh, thank you. Second, all in favor?